Recording. What is up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. And today's episode, we're gonna be doing a little story time for y'all. The time of when me and one of my homeboys jumped into an abandoned building and set off the alarm, and play with fire extinguishers, all that extra stuff. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead, jump into it. So it was probably like the weekend. Me and him were out of school, just chilling, trying to, even at the young age of like, I don't even know how old I was. What was that? Probably 15. If he was here, he could probably say more about it. But I was probably young. I'll just say that we were young, and I think we had just smoked or we're trying to find somewhere to smoke. So we were walking down the street and we found this. It was kind of like the corner of a building, and some brush. So we just hop in the ditch and just go rub against this building. But then the foliage gets too thick, so we go around the foliage like we're just adventuring. And there's a path to it, and then there's like a loading dock where the people would get trucks or whatever. We hop on that, then we're in like a separate courtway, or like separate building entirely, and it has a ladder going up it. It looks for, I want to say, like industrial milling, or like for grain or whatever. It had like a big ass funnel on the top, and there's tubes and shit. But anyway, I digress. We pick ourselves up on top of this loading dock stuff, and then we go inside the building that's beside the abandoned building we'll get to later. And it's just, there's a pile of, I think it was concrete or just dirt, one or the other. And then everything was just, there was no light at all. The inside of the building had no structure. Like it was just walls and then up. Like everything probably corroded from it not being used for X amount of years or whatever. But I thought it was a little weird. And then the ladder going up beside it was rusty as fuck. And us being some little kids, we were like, yeah, let's try and climb it, dude. We can do that, yeah. So me being afraid of heights, I go first, obviously. And once I get up there, actually, it was a pretty nice view. We could see the abandoned building like right next to us. Like you couldn't like jump to it or whatever, but it was a couple paces that way, and we found out we saw that there was a separate little building that was attached to it, that you could get on top of this building and then climb on top of the roof of the main other abandoned building. This is a lot, I know. So we climb back down. We keep walking towards in the courtway, and there's another two loading docks, and there was a ramp, and there was no, doors or nothing. It was just two big ass garage doors and a loading dock. That was it. So we go around the left of the building, and it is nothing. It's just an open field with like barbed wire. It says do not enter, no trespassing bullshit. What's that? Anyway, so we go to the other corner. We just keep wrapping the building, trying to find a way on top or inside. So we go around the left side. In the far left corner of the building is foliage, and you go back there. It's like literally a slit this big, and you squeeze yourself through this. So you're behind the building now, and it's just foliage, and then the building. Like they don't meet. It's just foliage building. Like someone's been walking there, maintaining it, or the foliage is just like, fuck that, I'm not touching you. Yeah. So we keep walking, and then we finally find the main building. What is that called? Not the main building. No, the second building that I said when we were on top of the abandoned milling roof. We saw that little building, so we hopped on top of the little building, and then Well, this man couldn't even get up there. I had to help his ass up because he was in some slides or some bullshit, and we were just fucking around trying to find some place to sit down. So we climb up there, and he throws the slides up at me, and I pick him up by one hand and pull his ass up. Now we're both up here, and then he's like, "Let me get up there first." I give it a little cup hand, and I push his ass up there, and then I pick up, like, the building was so old that the shingles on top, it was that new but not new material. Like, it wasn't brick, but it was that like asphalt sheets. So it was really brittle. So when I grabbed onto the ledge, I felt my fingers go inside of it. So I was like, oh nah, cringe. So it felt like chalkboards or nails on chalkboards. So I still lift myself up, and now we're both on top of this building. And there's fucking holes in the roof. Just like 30-foot drops onto the concrete below. So we're like, fuck that, don't go near that. But, us being the little kids and dumbasses that we are, we're like, oh, let me just peek over the edge. Yeah, no, not a good idea. Every time you took a step, it was like, and then there were some parts of the roof that was just straight asphalt. Straight asphalt. Like, there you could see the metal beams supporting that shit too. Like, it was just metal beams and then like 4 layers of asphalt. I don't even know how this roof was standing to begin with. What else happened? Oh yeah, so we eventually go on top of the roof and we look on each side because it's faster. And then we see that there's this transformer and a broken window on the far right side, not the way we came in. So we go to the far right side, and first we get off the roof, drop down. This man about lost his slide on top of the roof because I threw it at him. We were just little kids fucking around. That shit was fun. So we get down, we go around to this transformer thing, and then we both hop on top of it. And then there's this broken window, probably about this big worth. So you could fit about your hips. That's what we saw. You could fit about your hips through it. So we grab onto the ledge, pick ourselves up, and start shimmying through this broken window. Oh, and it's just about this big, but there's a bar here, and then the window stops up here. So it's glass. And then there's a bar going like I want to say above the top part of the window, like someone began to put bars over it or something. So we hop in that. Now once you get in the window, you're gonna have to turn around and then grab more piping and then shimmy your way down. And then you're gonna land on an artificial building, and then you gotta jump off of that because there's no way down. And then you're in the abandoned building, which is just, it was like 2 abandoned trucks in there, some warehouse parts, and like 30 extinguishers. Literally 30 extinguishers. The small ones, old ones, huge ones. And we were playing around with that for, I want to say, about 10 minutes. And then once half the shit was hotboxed, half the warehouse was hotboxed, we sat on the other corner because we found out that shit's probably toxic as fuck. And we just sat down and found a place to smoke, And then once we got done, I think we got up, fucking played with the extinguishers for a little bit more. And then we both were like, all right, we got to get up out of here, but we weren't trying to go back through the window. So there was this door that says exit, blah, 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 will alarm, blah, 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 blah. But it was unlocked. Like, it was a doorknob. It wasn't a push or nothing. It was a doorknob. Yeah, it was a push. It was a doorknob, but it had a lock on it, and it was weird. So I twist the doorknob, push it, doesn't make no noise. keep pushing it, and I get it all the way up until where we can like literally get out. And I think might have been a sensor or something, like in the doorway, like on top and bottom of the doorway, because I don't think it was the door hinge or the door lock that would set off the alarm. But once we stepped through the threshold of the door, a fucking loud ass alarm came off, and then we just closed the door, start booking it down the thing, and there's just this field of fucking thorn bushes, bro, and we just dipped through the thorn bushes. We were both wearing like shorts and shit, and fucking cut up our fucking legs. And when we get to this hiking trail on the other side of these fucking thorn bushes, and we just start booking it left, and we just keep looking behind us, waiting for like a fucking police officer on a motorcycle to come down the road or some bullshit. And then it starts fucking raining, bro. It starts raining, and then we're like, we can't go back to his house because his mom doesn't like other people inside the house. Understandable. And so he's like, oh, bro, you trying to go to your house? And we're like, almost like a good mile away from my house, and I'm like, yeah, I guess, bro. So we're like, yeah. So we start running. Talking about it's fucking pouring rain, so we start running, and then it's been raining. It hadn't been raining for a long time, but it had been raining the past couple days. So there was puddles still in the street, and then there's this one guy who comes fucking riding by his red, I remember it, bro, his red fucking pickup truck, and hits us. Well, not hits us, but rides into a fucking what's that called, a puddle. Hits a puddle, and we're fucking just soaked, bro. So we just stop running because we're wet. At that point, there's no point in running when you're wet already. So we're both wet, and we just start walking down the fucking street to my house. And we get there, and we had still a little bit of that ganja in our pocket, so we go into the garage and smoke a doobie. And I think we waited till it fucking stopped raining, and he like called his mom to come pick him up or some bullshit. And then we went to school the next day. And we're like, bruh, you remember what happened, dude? That shit was funny as hell, dude. Damn. Nah. Hell yeah. I didn't know really how to format that story, but that shit was probably one of the best days of my life as a child, or in my childhood, because we were just getting into some bad shit, and like that was better than like being inside and playing the fucking newest video game that came out. Like actually going outside and doing some shit that got your adrenaline pumping. That was the best days. So I guess I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you motherfucking like the story, give it a like. If you didn't like the story, give it a dislike. If you want to help me out as a small creator, hit that subscribe button, please, and hit that post notifications if you want to know when I'm posting another banger like this. I'm gonna try and be streaming more on my Twitch account, because I'm starting to get, stuff to record on the Xbox. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all do that. Probably gonna put it in the description. Keep a lookout for some new update videos. I might do some vlogs at work, some bullshit, because they be wildin'. I do want to post some more gaming content, but my computer is just so bad, bro. Like it's terrible. Like it's a business computer. It's not really meant to be gaming on, so I think I'm just gonna take a little break. Well, not take a break, but take a break from the gaming videos or whatever, because it's just not it. It's laggy. It's not working. Either I fuck it up or the computer fucked it up. So, well, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. So please hit that subscribe button. It helps me really a lot. It probably means nothing to you, but it means the world to me. It takes 2 seconds out your day. All right, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. If you know me, stay motherfucking dangerous. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.